Alright, welcome back to the Metal Gear Solid 2 Let's Play.
Hello.
So last time, we absolutely fucking embarrassed ourselves by playing like pure shit, but what the viewers don't know is actually, I was playing on a Mad Catz controller, and it wasn't actually me.
Oh yeah?
It was my little brother, and I was
Oh, shit.
blindfolded. And,
Oh, okay.
sorry, I'm just stealing video game donkey jokes, but I do it because they're funny.
Is there something you perhaps have the world record on that we should know about?
No.
Okay. I'm just checking.
Anyways, if you know any girls that are watching this series, tell them to skip last episode.
Yeah.
I don't want girls to see that.
That's probably for the best.
Girls see that episode, I'm gonna look like a damn idiot.
Any girls that are watching right now, that there is no episode.
Any girls watching right now, please don't die. That's my first command. And then don't watch episode 10 of my Let's Play.
Don't watch a video called Metal Gear Solid Let's Play episode 10.
God damn it. Anyways, we popping off. We back. Can already tell this episode's off to a great start, because we get back here, and then we get the M9, which is the trank pistol.
So we can actually, like, not suck now.
Yeah. We can, like,
I mean, not that we
shoot
ever
guards.
sucked before. To any girls who are watching. We were
Oh, yeah,
good.
sorry. Max, you think only 10 girls are watching this?
I mean,
Max, you need to consider after this channel goes viral.
alright,
Okay.
sorry. Girls of the world, hello.
Yes.
Girls of the
That
world
was-
unite. All you have to lose is your chance. Alright, I'm done.
Now, this series is gonna get talked about after my, like, failed run for president. That's, of course, going to be, like, ruined by this Let's Play.
Yes. Well, see, actually,
People are gonna see me talking about Solid Snake's taint, and then I'm gonna be canceled.
I think what's going to happen is you're going to be in the running. Actually, you're going to get elected president, but then people are going to see this video and be like, holy shit, and they're going to get the idea to abduct you on an oil rig.
Oh, okay.
Hold your ransom.
I shoot this guard's radio. Something that you can do that I will never do because I'm not good enough for this. You can, like, shoot the guards in various spots of their body. So, for example, you can, like, shoot them in the leg and they'll, like, limp. Or you can shoot them in the, like, arms and they won't be able to use their guns properly. You can shoot them in the radio and they can see you, but they won't be able to call it in anymore.
Right.
Actual pro gamers, which I am, but I just girls. I can do all this, but I just don't want to. I just choose not to. But
Yeah.
if I chose to, I could do all of that stuff.
You're just trying to make it more challenging for yourself, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I probably should have described what I was doing there. So I did scoop down one there. Scoop, went off the side, went to hang mode, got a book. We'll use that later.
This is right.
Yeah,
I
what
just
kind of
finished disposing
pornography?
of the C4 in strut F.
For those of you
Found
who are
explosives
curious.
on B1.
This is all wrong.
And then I go down here and get
This
the
is
bomb.
something only an amateur would do.
What do you mean?
All the bombs that have been found so far don't appear to be in the right kind of locations. And the quantity of explosives isn't sufficient either.
Even
Just a
fat
real
man can make mistakes,
suck
right?
ass bomb.
There's something else
Absolute
going on
dog
here.
shit of a bomb.
Get a move on with the disposal, right? I've got a bad feeling about this.
Only a real
it's a
clown
trap?
would put
I
a
don't
bomb
know.
here.
But I'm gonna tell
I
Pliskin to watch
got,
his
I got
back.
good
too.
news for you about
Just
that.
hurry.
Oh, just kidding. Fat Man may be a clown, but he's a bomb genius.
One more bomb defused. There was one I managed to find only because I took a good look in first-person view. You should try it too.
I think Solid Snake experiences his life in third person. Based on that comment alone.
What, you can't
Max,
toggle
do you
between
enter first person view?
Honestly, sometimes.
Being attacked. I don't know where he is. Titan security.
Understood. Reinforcements are on the way to Strut F. Intensify
Only when I'm trying to, like, you know, aim at something, though.
Only when I pull out my pistol.
Most of the time, I've got kind of a top-down sort of isometric kind of perspective.
You got me. Stay on lookout for the intruder.
Understood. Reinforcements are on the way to
Yeah, this is from an era of games where, like, camera controls do exist in games of this era,
Yeah.
but it's not in every game by default because, and rightfully so, they, like, think that controlling a camera is kind of overwhelming. It's just a thing that is in every game now because they're just not considerate about new gamers. But if you, like, give a video game to a person who doesn't play video games, they will never point the camera in the right direction.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, children, just, I don't know, casual gamers, like, twin stick camera controls fucking suck.
That's why, yeah, all games should be fixed camera tank controls. Every game should be early Resident Evil.
I throw a magazine at this guy. Something I do. Out of like the 5 playthroughs done this game, first time I ever threw a magazine. It's quite surprising to me.
Who is it?
Start a whole
I need
fucking
some help.
problem here. Anyways, what I was saying, so like kind of a unfortunate side effect. So like in this game, I think it's a detriment. Having camera controls would be nice because you could actually like
Right.
see around, but it does also like engage you in a certain style of
Yeah,
gameplay.
yeah. It increases the tension and makes you like move more deliberately.
But often it's like actually kind of a boon. So I've been doing two things a decent amount lately. For one, I've been playing a lot of another PS2 game, which is Final Fantasy X, and then I've also been watching the nice people at Waypoint play Resident Evil, like the original, or I guess like the remake of the original.
Sure.
Situation is normal. All clear.
And something that's kind of like a lost art in video games is just shot composition. Like it happens in like cutscenes, obviously.
Right, right. But just in
Or
like
or
gameplay.
doesn't, frankly. If
Well,
you're Hideo Kojima these days, you're just making dog shit cutscenes. We'll talk about that in a second, but like you could just like set up like a cool camera view for your
Yes.
scene,
Yeah.
and like you can just run around in it like a normal person,
Right.
and it's really pretty sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas like
Yeah.
now, you're just always at a certain view behind the person,
Right,
and
right. Yeah, there is really something
you'll
to be
get
said
like,
for having like a
you'll
set
still get like
scene.
yeah, like you get like set pieces at a much higher rate now,
right.
where it's just like, look at this pretty waterfall or whatever, but it's still just like always at your like over the shoulder shitty camera, and it kind of just sucks. Anyways, Hideo Kojima. Man, we talk about a lot because he's a like messed up director of this series.
Yeah.
I don't even know where he picks this up. It has to be from some movie or something because that's where he picks up everything. But
Right.
around the time of Metal Gear Solid 5 and Death Stranding, I guess he stops doing it in Death Stranding, but in the trailers for Death Stranding, he was still doing this.
Right.
Gets really obsessed with a type of like camera work where basically there's like no tripods or like rails or anything. It's just a guy holding a camera, shaking as much as possible.
Right. It's the handheld shaky cam.
And it's also often one shot.
Yes.
So I'll put like a picture-in-picture here. There's one particular like really egregious shot in Metal Gear Solid 5 where it's trying to do a like, I forget what the name of this like type of shot is, but it's like behind the back of one character, behind the back of the other character, behind the back of one character, like cutting between.
Shot reverse shot.
Yeah, shot reverse shot, where it's a shot reverse shot of Big Boss and Skullface and the Man on Fire. But it's all done in a single take, and it's maybe the worst thing I've ever seen. It is just so funny.
Yes.
His like dedication to just a very stupid style of like camera work, but also trying to do like other things that he likes to. And then the trailers for Death Stranding are all this way. Luckily, he like snaps out of it by the time that game comes out, but there's just a lot of other silly stuff in that game instead.
Someday I'll finish that game. Maybe.
You can just play the director's cut. And then you can tell me what's in it. Because I'm certainly not going to go play that shit. You kidding me?
The Death Stranding Snyder cut.
The Death Stranding Snyder cut. Get a little cocky and shoot a mine there. Backfires greatly.
That's fine.
We entirely parsed over the fact that I now have a silencer on my pistol.
Yes.
So, we're getting lost on the sauce on this one. I'm drinking tequila.
Showing off for all the girls watching this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, if you know any girls, tell them to watch this Let's Play.
Yeah,
but
not
episode 10.
episode 10 though. Okay, I just had a revelation. So you know how before when you were asking me if I ever go into first-person mode? I do, and I know exactly what my first-person mode is. So this is kind of a deep cut, but on the 3DS version of Street Fighter 4, they had a weird like mode that was like a weird like first-person Street Fighter mode. I
did not even know they ported that game to the 3DS.
They sure did. I've bought Street Fighter 4 like 4 different times, and one of them was on the 3DS.
You should have never told me this, because I hacked my 3DS.
Oh, I mean, you do. Yeah, you have
I'm
3D.
I'm gonna go get that game as soon as
Listen, do
possible.
it. They did a weird thing where like you could map certain you could map basically any of your character's moves to like buttons on the touchscreen. Because obviously it's like kind of a nightmare doing like Street Fighter inputs on the like 3DS.
Yeah, that's also just a 6-button fighter, right? Like, there's just not even enough buttons on the face
not enough
for you to
buttons
play
on the
Street
face.
Fighter.
You need to use the shoulder buttons. So yeah, you can put like any of your character's moves onto like buttons on the touchscreen. Anyway, there was a weird like gimmicky like first-person mode in that game, and that's what my first-person mode is.
Okay.
But yeah, there you go. Go
That's like...
legally acquire wink
That sounds
wink
illegal.
Street Fighter 4 on the 3DS.
It sounds when, like, weirdos on YouTube make, like, Mario, but in first person. It's just like, stop.
Yeah.
Stop this.
It's fucked up. I think it was mostly just to, like, because they wanted some way to, like, use the 3D functionality that was more than just, like, I don't know, playing normal Street Fighter in 3D, which is kind of, like, whatever.
I wanted to, like, try to trick people into, like, buying the 3DS over the 2DS. Just needed, like, a little bit of probing.
Right.
So you can clearly see how much easier I'm just working through this room now that I have a, like, silence gun. Just immediately get every guard. And just stance up.
Yeah. Never didn't have it.
Turns out I'm good at doing, like, one thing in this game, and it's just shooting people. Although it, like, wasn't like I struggled in this room before or anything.
I mean, no, it was, it was fun. It's totally cool. Nothing happened in the last episode.
Yeah. Last episode was basically just like fan service.
Yeah. We're just showing you our favorite music from our favorite TV show. You know.
Yeah.
Nothing important that anybody needs to see.
In fact, I might just call this episode 10.
You know what? Wow, I can't believe we've made 10 episodes of this show.
Maybe we'll just call it 10-2. Final Fantasy can do it, I can too.
You know what? I think that works.
That guy didn't even stand a chance.
Call it Super Episode 10. Episode 10 Ultimate Edition.
Episode 10 Director's Cut.
Episode 10 Director's Cut. I think that's it.
That's just funny to think about is that, like, you don't have to get either of these guns. I have never actually watched a speedrun of this game, but I would imagine that there's maybe people who just don't get the guns.
Yeah.
Or don't get this equipment because it's just a waste of time and just
Go.
I don't know, run around.
So a speedrun of this game, there's not many, like, bugs and stuff in this game that are, like, exploitable, right? It's mostly just, like, a fast, skillful playthrough.
From what I
There's
understand.
not, like,
Don't
any
even
big
think about
skips
searching for
or
the bomb
anything.
while looking over your shoulder.
I don't know. Maybe there's like a big sequence break or something, but I
There are
don't think
still
so.
bombs in that area that haven't been disposed of.
If you're a
Search
Metal Gear
carefully.
Solid 2 speedrunner,
No one's
right
gonna
in.
leave a bomb in a place that easy to reach. It would be more worthwhile to search convoluted areas that can't be reached simply by walking.
By the way, a friend of mine personally reached out to tell me that he was working on a list of the top 10 taints in video games.
Oh,
It still has, at this point, it has still not materialized, so I just want to use this segment to call him out.
alright. I will need to see that for research purposes.
Communications with the first floor strata have ceased.
I still maintain that the Metal Gear Solid series must hold, like, the top 3 at least, but I would be happy to be proven wrong.
This is a room. So, I'm a person who's played this game like 6 times now, and so I make this room really not appear like a whole lot, but this room is a nightmare. It's very confusing because you have like just very little vantage points to like look around with,
Yeah. Like a weird pipe
and you
maze.
do a lot. Yeah, it's like a maze of like you needing to crawl under a lot of shit, and you just can't see
Yeah.
what that is, really. So first I pick up the fast travel box for this room. I think I'd even do a little fashion show here.
Yeah, which box is this? This is this is the
oranges.
orange. The orange.
Is that a reference to something? I wish I
Gotta
knew.
love the orange. I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's just the like Japanese branding thing of putting like the before a noun.
Yes.
7-Eleven, the Chahan.
So, bomb in this room is in a nonsense spot. They even call you here just to make sure that you don't miss it.
Yeah.
I remember getting this call and still being like, okay,
No one's
and
gonna
just
leave a bomb in a place
not
that
finding
easily
it for
reached.
20
It would
minutes.
be more worthwhile to search convoluted areas that can.
So what they want you to do is go along the
Oh.
stretch
yeah,
of
that's
this, which
dumb.
is just not easy to see,
Right.
or something you just really think about. But silly section. And then because this is hard difficulty, there's another bomb in this strut
Of course.
that we will make our way over to.
We're doing so good. We're knocking them out. I mean, of course, we
Yeah.
always play like this. We, you know.
Yeah, we're good at this game. I did that trip on purpose,
Yeah, just to
just so you know.
just to remind
Just so
you
any
of that
girls
interaction.
watching this are not confused. I just want to show girls that I can trip and fall on my face.
Yeah, you know.
So back to this classic room. Now there's a guard here for some reason.
Oh yeah.
Somebody there.
I get him with the oldest trick in the book. Also, just want to let girls know that I absolutely mean to throw them like that. I was definitely not going for a chokeout, and then I messed it up by moving the stick.
Yeah.
So you can see the bomb. I don't think you can ever get close enough to it to actually hear it beep, but you can just see it. And that's enough. I just want girls to know, too, that I tripped and bird shit on purpose because it's funny.
I mean, yeah.
I show off, here I show off one thing that I did not show off the first time was here, which is very important, I think. So, in this place, if you go into first-person mode and look up, a bird shits on the camera.
Oh god, that's like
Beautiful.
the shit's just getting right in his eye.
Beautiful stuff. Absolutely gorgeous. But yeah. Raiden's got shit out now. Or is it the camera? Hard to tell.
It's actually he's
What
got
is a
he's got
first-person
Lakitu
mode?
following him around like in Mario 64. So that was what it fell on.
Okay. I wish he would have introduced himself at the beginning. Lakitu does. It's such a funny concept that people were gonna be so foreign to the concept of a camera in
Yes,
video games
that
and
they
you get
had to have a character holding
Busy
it.
right now, Rose.
You're right.
I mean, it makes
Carl.
sense, but
I do
it's just-
remember. It was right after I transferred to New York. There are all these tourists around
Some
you in
sappy
front of the
stuff here.
Federal Hall.
A group of middle-aged Japanese ladies came up and asked me which building it was that King Kong was climbing in
This
the
was
movie.
the era of
I
Japanese
said it was
tourists.
probably
I
the
guess.
Chrysler building. And then you showed up and started
Oh, was it? I
mouthing
don't know.
off.
This was
Oh,
like
totally
You were
was.
like,
This is like
no,
2001.
it's the Empire
I don't
State.
know.
I said the Chrysler building was in Godzilla.
We started arguing, and I forgot all about the tourists. I was insisting that I was right, and you were doing the same. The next thing we knew, the Japanese women had gone away, and we ended up going to the Skyscraper Museum to see who had the better recall.
We argued all the way to Battery Park.
And for nothing.
Since the museum was closed, we went our separate ways from the museum. And then I found you again by coincidence out in the base corridor.
An amazing coincidence
terrible meet
that
cute.
we were actually
yeah,
working
no,
at the
it's-
same place.
That night we went up to the top of the Empire State.
It's very funny, but
Yes.
it's terrible.
I could look down on the Chrysler building from 120 stories above ground.
I felt overwhelmed. I didn't care anymore who
If
was
any
right.
girls watching this video want to argue with me about
We watched
skyscrapers
King
in
Kong
New
your
York,
apartment a bunch of times that night. didn't sleep till
me.
morning. If it weren't for that coincidence, we wouldn't be together.
I know. I'm sorry, Jack. I'm taking up your time again.
What?
Take care.
Also, did they just say that they watched like King Kong like several times in a row?
Yep. What, you've never done that? On a date? Watched a movie multiple times?
Make doubly sure you
I can't say that I have. But if any girls watching this video want to watch a movie multiple times in a
Everything's
row,
going smoothly
I'm
over
game.
here. I just finished
I definitely
defusing
have watched a movie
For
multiple
some
times in a
reason,
row
there was
before,
one planted on an enemy
but
soldier's
not
back.
like on a date.
Yeah, I've watched like Benchwarmers 4 times in a row because
Sure.
I'm a fucking
Yeah,
loser.
I've watched. I believe I watched the first live-action Garfield movie
It looks like that.
multiple times in a row, and I believe I've also seen the movie Like Mike multiple times in a row. So that's just great films.
Amazing. Wrapping all the way around here. We're back in the hanging mode section. Just to prove a point, I walk across the noisy gates, and the sound of my footsteps alerts the guards.
What was that sound?
That was a real Chekhov's joke for you.
It's a thinker.
Actually, every single thing I've said in this Let's Play is just a setup for a joke later on, and so the final episode is just going to be unbearably unfunny.
It's gonna be a solid just hour of payoff.
Yes.
The least satisfying payoff of all time.
Yeah. It's going to be the, like, Ready Player One of recognizing things that I said. Anyways, we're wrapping
That
up
is
here,
so
let's
fucking
call those
twisted.
two.
Jack, is that you?
Who else could it be? Come on.
New phone.
Here I
who
hard
dis?
commit to. Here I hard commit to. Cough cough unofficial episode 10.
Jack, it must be so
I said it
nerve-wracking
over.
to defuse a bomb.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, that was a stupid thing to say. Sorry.
That's all right. It's just that I've never been trained in this stuff.
You okay? Are you feeling well?
I almost threw up a few times.
Oh, Jack.
But I'm okay. It's not like I'm in this alone.
Oh, yeah, that's true. What do you think about when you're defusing those things?
I don't think so much as remember. And I know that I need to resist that and keep my mind blank. I can't let myself be overwhelmed by the fear.
So, am I a part of what you try not to remember? I was just kidding. But I guess this isn't a good time for that.
No, it is. And I do think about you. I'm trying to remember what's so special about April 30th.
Any success?
Not yet.
You need to stay
Absolute
alive so
clown
you
of a
can.
man.
Okay.
You were literally just talking about it 30
Yeah.
seconds ago, you stupid asshole. Ah, world's stupidest man. Anyways, that is the end of today's episode. I want to thank everybody, especially girls, for watching today's episode.
Yes, thank you so much for girls.
Yes. Thanks.
That was to
Somebody
God.
forgot.
That was to God. Thank you to God for making girls.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm Matt.
I'm Max.
Stay low, especially girls.
Stay low.